I've divided it into chapters for your convenience. The chapter title and number will almost always be visible on top of the screen so that you can keep track of where I am, and based on my preference, so if you want to change something up, then feel free. I set these settings a while ago using a tutorial that I found on YouTube because, to be honest, I don't really know what a lot of these mean. So in the General tab, I just have the basic boxes checked and what. These settings don't really have an effect on their stream, they're just more for personal preference. The Stream tab shows what stream type I'm using, what service I'm using, which is YouTube Gaming, what server I'm using, which is the primary YouTube ingest server, and my stream key, which I'll talk about later on. When adjusting your output settings, make sure that your output mode is advanced so that you have access to everything. On the Streaming tab, I use the x264 encoder, CVR rate control, 2500 bitrate, 2 keyframe interval, very fast CPU usage, main profile, no tune, and no options. I have a very powerful computer and a good internet connection, so I run everything according to that. Just something to keep in mind. On the Recording tab, I have the standard type selected. My recordings are set to save right to my desktop for easy access. I use MP4 as my recording format, audio track 1, and the rest is the same as my streaming settings. As for audio, I have all my audio bitrate set to 192. I don't know what replay buffer is, so I don't have it enabled. Switching over to the audio tab, my sample rate is 48 kHz, stereo for my channels. I have my headset set as my desktop audio device, and everything else is disabled. On the video tab, my base resolution is 192. I don't know what replay buffer is, so I don't have it enabled. Switching over to the audio tab, my sample rate is 48 kHz, stereo for my channels. I have my headset set as my desktop audio device, and everything else is disabled. On the video tab, my base resolution.
Hey guys, happy birthday, it's party time. No, I'm just kidding, but it feels like a birthday. Today we're going to go over Streamlabs OBS. This is an easy setup guide. So unless you've been living under a rock, you've probably noticed Streamlabs released a version of OBS which integrates the entire Streamlabs functionality or suite into the OBS interface. So this makes it really easy for you to have one window that really does it all. With this, you can actually integrate all of your Streamlabs without needing to copy and paste into HTML browser sources. Everything's just really plug and play, super easy. There's also built-in widgets, and you can move them right around your screen. It really takes the guessing game out of everything and makes it so you can do everything in one place. They've also added face masks and audio to play super easy. There's also built-in test your data, and you can move them right around your screen. It really takes the guessing game out of everything and makes it so you can do everything. And I also have my notifications imported already, so I can choose exactly where I want that to go. You can also do some tests with your. You can either do it from the application, which I'll show you at the end of the stream, or in this certain scenario, I have a web browser on an alternate monitor, which I'm using to just test and make sure that the notifications are displaying properly, but also in the proper location on my stream. You can see on the bottom, I'll show you your CPU usage, your frames per second, any sort of drop frames, the actual bits you're using in your stream, and then on the far right side, you'll see your different audio settings, so your desktop audio as well as your mic audio. Through the different filters and properties, you can actually change settings, even add delays, so even places to add custom, add a browser source, which allows me to use website. Awesome. You guys should use it. If you don't, I'll Discord. Get overlay and then choose in-game through the different filters and properties, you can actually change settings, even add delays, so even places to add custom, add a browser source, which allows me to use website. Awesome. You guys should use it. If you don't, I'll Discord. And to manage and keep those sources intact. Next, I'm going to add my actual game capture. So the game capture feature you see here under the standard list doesn't really look at a lot of games. You're going to want to use display capture and capture your specific display. If Auto, AverMedia, Blackmagic, or whatever capture card you're currently using. What I'll do is just quickly name this one webcam, and I'll select my device. Actually, it automatically selected it for me, which is kind of cool. So you can see the different settings that we have. I'm just